Jane and Ann, and we were ready to go, but we decided to answer some of the questions that we've been getting on our site. And
Jane just told me some of the questions in there.
Well,
they're great.
Yeah, they're great. And so we're just going to answer a few of them. And this is from Karen Juno. Do you make your own bread?
I have. Occasionally.
I don't make my own bread. Our kids, we get sandwich bread. We get Dave's Killer Bread. Dave's Killer Bread, is that what it's called? And
I use Ezekiel.
Or Ezekiel.
Mestemacher.
Occasionally I play around with sourdough starters sometimes, which is just fun. And I make bread when we're going to make pizza. I guess that's dough. And some of the extra pizza dough I twist around and play with as if it's bread. But generally, no, we don't make our own. But if you make your own,
hooray.
Hooray for you.
It's
10
so
points
good.
for you, Karen Juno. Another question from Ann Cheng. She said, love you too. I noticed on your fridge 90.3 sticker over there. Did you run that far? I have done 2 marathons under my belt, but I cannot imagine running that far. That's so funny. I know exactly what she's talking about. 13.1 is a half a marathon distance. So some cars have like 13.1 or 26.2. That's a full marathon. So seeing 90.3 is probably just mystifying. Like, why didn't they go 100? But actually, 90.3 over there in our fridge is our local NPR station that we support. And so we get those bumper stickers when we support the station. So 90.3 simply means we're sitting around listening to music, not running close to 100
Or
miles.
listening to news.
Or yeah, not music, I meant news, yes. Right on. All right. Snap Vegan wrote this one. Do you want to read it?
Go ahead.
A friend of mine was watching with me and asked, this was obviously during the kale massage video, she asked, why not put the kale flat on a surface and then roll over it gazillion times? LOL.
With a rolling pin.
With a rolling pin.
I think that is such a kind of great idea. You'd probably need to pile it up, don't you think, in a pile? And then we're going to try it.
We'll have to try that because we haven't done that. I do remember somebody saying that, remember some man told us that he would do something. Anyway, give it a go. Let us know how it works. It sounds like it could be a good solution or approach. It would be more of a full arm workout than the forearm hand carpal tunnel workout. Okay.
Is the boxed coconut milk...
This is a message from Julie T. Thank you.
Is the boxed coconut milk okay? I would say avoid everything coconut. It's so high in saturated fat. And if you love coconut milk, you can use a teaspoon of coconut extract plus a cup of alternative milk, and you get coconut milk without all that saturated fat.
But I think there's mean in the box. Like oat milk and almond milk.
Yeah, I'm saying but avoid the coconut milk because of the saturated fat. Try any other milks. Read what's in them. Rice milk adds oil.
I wish I could see how much fat is actually in it.
You'll just have to see what's available for you and what has the ingredients that you want to eat.
We just tend to avoid coconut itself because all of where all of our approach comes from is preventing and reversing heart disease, and that really is meaning to steer away from saturated fat. And coconut is more saturated than almost anything else.
Someone else asked about putting it all over you. That's fine. Slather yourself.
Yeah, put some coconut oil on your skin.
If you like the smell.
It smells great. It smells great.
I don't like that.
Oh, you don't?
No.
I love it. Okay. How do you address bloating when switching to plant-based? This is interesting because people who have not been eating a plant-based diet simply have not been getting a lot of fiber. Meat and dairy have no fiber, and there's almost every disease out there seems to have some roots in lack of plants, vitamins, water, fiber, something. So hooray, you're eating more plants, you're getting more fiber going. Fiber is the garden that feeds your microbiome, and your microbiome is so happy when you eat fiber because it can then go and grow and, yes, maybe expand and bloat a little bit. So,
I mean, if maybe
looser
you need
pants,
to wear looser pants,
or just let it rip. Let it rip.
Well, I don't think it necessarily means that you've got gas if you've got
kale on your lips.
Me?
kale in your
Kale in my lips. Well, I was just eating a little kale.
So bloating. It's a good sign in a way that you're getting good fiber and good active microbiome going. I know it doesn't always feel comfortable. Bloating can mean a couple things. It can mean, like, some people have gas. They call it bloating to be sort of nice about it. But if you've got gas, let it rip. And if you're bloating, just hang in there with it. Keep eating plants because you got to get that microbiome going, and there'll be less bloating as they get more used to it.
Hey, look at this next one.
Oh.
By Catwoman. 90.3.
No, 923.
Oh, 923. You both look so irritated with each other.
I know, irritated by each other.
Oh, by
that
each
is so
other.
funny. Not irritated at all. I'm consistently surprised by her, and I ask her all the time, "Would you do this?" "Oh, no, I'm not going to do that." "Well, let's start with this." "Oh, I can't start with that." So I never know what's going to happen here. So I'm not irritated. I'm mostly surprised.
Well, I totally count on Jane on knowing everything. So
well, I count on her to carry
the best.
So, yeah, it's a 50-50. We are not irritated at all. Okay. Is there a specific reason why you only use one piece of bread? This has to do with our video about kale sandwiches, which are open-faced. And they're sort of your masterpiece and your favorite.
Well, I mean, actually, because most people, I mean, there's nothing, you got to have a top on your bread if you're taking a traveling sandwich. Otherwise, it's a mess. But if you're just eating at home, why eat extra bread when you can get great things inside piled up high with just one piece of bread? It saves you calories. It lets you get more fiber, more deliciousness. So
Nutrients,
yeah, everything good. So
and plus, some people limit the amount of stuff they'll put in their sandwich because they have to get a lid on the top. And if you don't have a lid on top, you can just keep going with the height.
This is from the Artificial Society, anyway. But sriracha has a lot of salt. Are you worried about that? Frankly, I'm not worried at all for two reasons. One, I have no salt, which drives all my relatives crazy in our house. So there's no way to salt anything. So if things taste bland, I go for lemon, lime, vinegar, or some kind of a hot sauce.
Or the
and
spice
that
rack.
little bit, and that little bit of salt is all right. It's like a teaspoon is 80 milligrams of sodium in sriracha hot sauce, and you don't usually use more than a teaspoon for the whole recipe usually, or anyway. So I don't worry about it at all.
We have a number of questions. I didn't put a name down for them, saying that Jane, thank you for the videos. We love you guys, but please let your mom speak more. I want to say we started these videos and my mom was so grumpy. Go back and look at the plant-based guidelines one. She's standing there like a frowning kindergarten who doesn't want to have her picture taken.
I didn't want to do it. I didn't understand it. I don't know about YouTube.
Well,
so
anyway, so now she's getting more comfortable with what it is, and it's not that I don't want her to speak. It's just that
I wouldn't speak.
Which is crazy because I depend on her. Anyway, and why, this is the last question, why is fresh orange juice from the store a no-no? You and your mom are so fun-loving. Thanks for your videos. So when did we talk about orange juice previously?
Well, I put some orange juice in our
your
salad
dressing in the
and one of the things
dressing it up with Jane and Ann.
We try and avoid ever drinking straight juice because it's like drinking sugar, really. Yeah. There is absolutely no fiber in a glass of orange juice.
Even with a little pulp in it, you're still not getting much
fiber. So in our salad dressing, because it's so convenient, I often get freshly squeezed orange juice in a small jar, and I use that. But most of the time, I don't have that, so I'll take a whole orange, cut the sections out, squeeze the juice, and use that. So, but avoid, there's nothing as delicious as orange juice, but it's really, remember, it should be an occasional treat, if that.
And I'm quoting my dad right now by just saying that drinking juice really is just like it's just drinking
The sugar.
and that spikes your insulin, and your insulin spikes your IGF-1, which is this growth hormone, tumor promoter. So just, I don't want to get carried away in the medical part of things. Just water is great, and to use juice or fruit sweetener here and there for dressings and stuff is great. We love your questions. Please keep asking them.
Just remember, your taste changes. You got to stick with this. Pretty soon, you'll be okay without added salt.
Okay, we are literally ready to go. Thank you for your time.
Bye.
Bye.